What is good, YouTube? I am back again with another video, and today I am going to introduce you guys to my best friend from uni. We went to McMaster together, and he's from BC, and I live in Ontario. And he means a lot to me, and I really want him to be featured on this channel because I don't know the next time I'm going to see him in person. So before we even get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe. I lost my camera. We already filmed this, but I lost my camera, so everything is gone. So he's here again, and we're going to film. But anyways, the question was, what is something you would tell, to your past self or your son? What advice would you give your past self or your son? Introducing Aiden on the one.
Am I starting to answer the question?
Yeah, you go first,
Okay.
bro.
So yeah, like we said, like Dio said, we already kind of had this conversation, but we wanted to put it together again. But the main thing that I was basically talking about is truth and what makes you happy, what makes you genuinely happy. And being kind of as selfish with that as possible while you're still young. Before you have responsibilities for others and so on. Because one day you might have a family, you might have other people that you have to be responsible for.
It's your son, bro.
Yeah. You might have responsibilities towards your friends and so on, but at the end of the day, surround yourself with people who make you happy. Don't be afraid to move on from people if they don't make you happy, and don't be afraid to chase after things if that brings you happiness, especially if the process of chasing it as well brings you happiness as well. And for me, one thing that I've learned about myself, specifically over past even just few months, past year, is it's important for me to pursue that happiness and find happiness in all kind of three aspects of my life. One being athletics, another being academics or career, and the other one being social as well. And I think that often at times I would put aside one to prioritize maybe one or the other two. And that is natural. Sometimes you're not going to be able to give everything to each of those kind of three domains at the same time. But when you're making kind of major decisions in your life, it's important that you're not sacrificing happiness with one thing for happiness in others, especially if it's temporary happiness with some of those other things too, because you're gonna find yourself unhappy. Yeah, just doing what you gotta do. Not living your life selfishly in that way where you do what you gotta do for yourself. Obviously I don't mean that in terms of stabbing people in the back or taking advantage of people in any sort of way. But doing what you gotta do and living shamelessly to do that. Yeah.
I love that, bro. I love that. And for me, to my future son, if you're listening to this, number one, do not chase women.
That's true too.
don't chase women. Uncle Aiden says so. But anyways, to my future son, man, the most important thing that I can tell you is just be yourself. I always used to struggle with my identity. I used to feel like I wasn't good enough. I, I used to feel like no one would accept me, and that made me act in ways that was just not me. I was doing things that I wasn't proud of. I wasn't showing up as myself. But I want you to show up as yourself every single time, you know. Every time you go into the room, you are you. You're no one else. You're not your friends. You're not a celebrity on TV. You are yourself, and God made you that way. Do not change for anyone. And work hard for anything that you want in your life. Like, work as hard as you possibly can. Don't make anyone make you feel like you're trying too hard. There's nothing like trying too hard. People respect people that try hard at what they want to do in life. And you know, that's what your father was all about. But anyways, yeah. Any closing remarks? See you like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Nice. Peace.